the Philadelphia Phillies get a big win last night, but I'm still worried. But I'm gonna get some therapy right now. So every Sunday during the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tina Greene.
Good morning, Billy. Good to hear your voice, my friend.
Well, I got to tell you, man, I met a good friend of yours the other day, Jeffrey Steigerwald.
Oh, okay, got you.
He texted. We were with the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine event at the Chickies and Pete's, and it's a networking thing, and he asked me what I did, and I said I'm on the radio at ESPN, and I have a show, and I said every Sunday we do a thing throughout the baseball season with Tommy Greene called On the Mound. He goes, Tommy Greene, that's my buddy, and he texted that.
Oh yeah, we do stuff. They got a big tournament coming up in Hershey. So the Mid-Penn Bank Classic they have. It's a great cause for breast cancer. So it's a very good event. That's where I met Jeff at, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And looking forward to it again, man. It's a great event, and they're good dudes, good people out there, man.
Yeah, and you know what I said to him? I said, I golfed with Tommy. I said, here's one dude that takes his golf serious. It's Tommy Greene. He goes, oh, don't I know?
Well, I challenge myself.
That's right.
It's not that I take it serious to me. A lot of people go out in scrambles, and it's a party fest, and I'm like, we party afterwards.
You're all business. I know that. All right, Tommy. Full disclosure, I lost it yesterday. 5-game losing streak, but no, I want you to talk me off the ledge. But Tommy, no, because you know what? You're a former player. You played with that '93 team. They had fire. They had life. You had leaders that showed emotion. This team is, I don't know. There's something missing. There's a lack of enthusiasm. They look like a deer in headlights. They look listless. They look like there's. You know what it is, Tommy? It looks like they're just all business. Like, you gotta have fun. It's a game.
You got to have fun. That's correct, and that's something we did. But we also went through our stretches during the course of the season where we struggled, and then things got iffy there at the end. You know what I mean? For us that year, even though we were leading, we led from start to finish, but it got a little. People were questioning us.
But Tommy, I know.
It happens, Billy. It happens. Yeah. Do they need to play better ball? Yeah. And now, what's going to be the miracle cure? You can't replace the whole team.
No, I know that, Tommy, but you know what?
Everybody wasn't knocking in runs. Nobody was knocking in runs with runners in scoring position. That's the whole team.
Tommy. Tommy, John Crook said on the broadcast that you guys were in Chicago and Dave Hollins crushed the toilet. He destroyed a toilet at Wrigley Field. Like, I want to see a Gatorade jug get thrown or something.
Well, you don't need to do all that. You don't need to see all that, Billy. That was Dave's way. That was Dave's way of getting his frustrations out with the way he was playing, the way he was doing. And that's what he did. You learned to stay away from Dave Hollins. So everybody has their things they're doing. Do they need to play better ball? Yeah, and I think in a way Harper sort of addressed it a little bit. And tell them everybody's guilty. We need to play better. We need to do better.
Yeah, but it's one thing saying it, Tommy. One thing saying it, but I just think they're too businesslike. I think they need somebody to knock the Gatorade jug over or break do a Bo Jackson, break the bat over his knee or something to show a little life.
Well, why do you need to see it? They might be doing that somebody might be doing that behind the scenes, because I know we were, I know I was talking, you don't show that. You don't show the other opposition that they're getting to you. Right. Now it's all about look at me, look what I'm doing, look at the production and all that crap, and that's what you want to see. It's up to us,
Yeah.
and see, I'm not geared that way, and I think the game, when you start scuffling, hey, you got to go within yourself a little bit and reinforce the positives. Learn from the negatives and push them aside. And that's what you heard, like Schwarber say yesterday after the game they won yesterday. They know they're not pushing in runners. When they're getting runners on, but they're not pushing them in. So they're not coming up with the big hit to start that train going down the track like that. So, and they know that, so it's the time when it starts coming in. They just got to figure out a way to do it. And hopefully they can get it going like that. Am I disappointed in the way they're playing? Yeah. But I know this game's a hard game, and you can't live game to game with it. It's a war. It's not.
See what he's doing, Danny and Leeds? You see what he's doing there? He's doing it. He's doing that pro like Chief, Craig Berube, Rick Tock, and they all said it to me. Oh, Schweiner, don't get too excited when things are going great. Don't get too low when things are bad. But Tommy, I know. Here's what you do. You like to go week.
Hey, Billy, I'd hate to be your cardiologist.
But Tommy, you take the Phillies week by week, right? So give me your week-by-week assessment of the last week.
I take it game by game. I like to see good baseball played and don't give away any runs, don't make any errors. I like that type of thing, good fundamental baseball. That's what I like.
All right, well, assess what you're seeing for the Phillies just this last couple games.
Well, it's obviously see what they did yesterday was a pleasant surprise. I didn't catch the whole game. I was catching bits and pieces. I had another thing I was doing yesterday, the radio show I was doing, and I was away from the house, so I was listening to it on the radio. And, it's good to see him start capitalizing. The big thing, like in the fourth inning, was that they had a break go their way, a bloop that bloops in down the line that Chicago made sort of a mistake on that opened up the floodgates for us to do things. They got to that could be easily the start of, and it gets the circus of the merry-go-round going in our way. Okay. The key to us, we got to pitch. We got to pitch. I think we're built with the staff. We got the pitch, and we got to start getting more consistent in what we're doing there. Luzardo's been a great surprise. Sanchez has been, he's been great too. It's just we got to hope he's healthy. Yeah. Hopefully everything's coming back with him. But Nola's the one right now. He needs to have a good outing. To get that mojo back going, the confidence back going again. Day could be the day to start of a good thing with him. So it all gears down to that. Billy is them pitching. Right. If they're keeping the status quo, not giving away, making too many mistakes, you're gonna make mistakes, but finish a game when we got to finish it, and you're not giving up the runs to stretch our bullpen out even more than taxing anymore. That's what they got to do. And bottom line, I think just be aggressive on at the plate, meaning you see your pitch, you put a good swing on it, but also be aggressive on the base path, too. I think we got speed in our lineup. We get a chance to take a base. I think we need to take it to put pressure on the other team a little bit. I think we can do a better job at that. So
I was going to ask you about Aaron Nola. Obviously, a big start tonight for him on Sunday Night Baseball, primetime national television against one of the best offenses in baseball in the Cubs. But you brought up Christopher Sanchez, Tommy, and I want to pick your brain a little bit about that. Obviously, left forearm tightness, left forearm soreness now after that start. He won't make his start this next Tuesday. I'm a little worried, to be honest with you. When you see the forearm tightness, it typically leads to, maybe a UCL injury, and obviously that's a lengthy recovery.
Your tongue.
Yeah, I don't want to dive too much into it and jinx him, but are you concerned at all about Christopher Sanchez? Where do you kind of stand on him and his injury?
Well, all we can go by is what's been said. We don't really know how he's feeling. As long as he gives us the. What he gives us is good. That he's making progress is all we can do. You're going to have issues during the course of the year where you tighten your forearms, tighten your shoulders. You don't feel good. Now, is it precaution? Depends on where it's at. In the forearm, what part of the forearm? Forearm is pretty big. Yeah. So, is it muscular base up here? Or is it more around the joint? It's different things. So I think. Doing the right things. It's early in the season. I'd rather have him for the long haul. during the season to try to overdo them early just because we're not necessarily playing the type of ball we want to play.
Yeah.
Or capable of playing. So you have to be careful with something like that. And hopefully it's not nothing more serious than it is. I try not to read no more in it because you have little things that pop up during the course of the season you try to get a handle on, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just a minor injury, and obviously if it does end up being a longer recovery time, Ranger Suarez is in the shadows getting ready to come back to the squad. Luzardo has been a very nice surprise, so I think the rotation will be able to hold it down in the meantime.
Well, I think it is. It's all about during the 5-man rotation you have, if you got 3 out of 5 pitching pretty good, you got a chance. I mean, it's win day, sort of when they take the mound. They're giving you a chance to win every time. That's pretty good. That's all you could ask.
Right.
And then, I mean, as long as you're getting the 3 out of the 5 having decent starts, it don't have to be great start, but they start giving you a chance to win. And that's sort of the way what we did during back in the day when we were going like that. Me and Schilling went bad at one time, and the other 3 were rolling. So. I mean, you're still winning. You're still staying above where you need to be. So I mean, and that's what you, and then you get back on track. You go through little spells like that. So I mean, that's all you can hope for these guys. And bottom line is stay healthy, not having any big injuries, and getting the guys back we need to get back. Like Suarez is a huge get. If we can get back that way, you're not to say to speak. You can give time to some guys. That maybe need that extra day, that day down, not day down, but maybe miss a turn that gets them to kick back up and their arm feels better. You know what I mean? So and that's a good thing to have that surplus, a little bit of pitching like that. And then you got in the wings, hopefully during the course of the summer, we get the big boy, from the minor leagues coming up. So Painter's a huge thing, but you can't rush him.
And also, too, I mean, out of nowhere, Mick Abel is a top prospect again.
I saw 97 down in the minors.
Yeah. He's pitching wonderful.
Well, I hear Billy say, I hear 97. You can shove 97. If you ain't commanding what you do, you might as well be throwing 85. You know what I mean? And that's batting practice.
Tommy always straightens me out, man.
Yeah, good morning, Tommy.
I'm trying to keep you out of the cardiologist. So, I mean, your blood pressure is going to be sky high. Yeah,
it's a hard work to do that.
I'm on blood pressure medicine now because of Billy. He stresses me out.
I mean, with how red his face was getting yesterday, like I told you on the phone before we hopped on the air, I saw a different type of crazy in his eyes yesterday.
I was pissed off.
Good morning, Tommy. So, yeah, moving on from the starting rotation to look into the bullpen. I mean, Jordan Romano has continued to just flat-out struggle. Yeah. I mean, as of recent outings, let up a couple runs against the Mets the other night. That blew the game. And obviously that 6-run performance against the Marlins.
Kirkering isn't pitching particularly well.
No,
I mean, it goes in cycles a little bit. Nobody's going to be perfect all year. Let's say Lidge, and he had some times where he got picked up, he got hit hard, and it was just right at people. It doesn't matter, but I mean, it's Romano's I think is all about confidence now. And with the injury and stuff he had last year, and he didn't get a chance, and he's got to have some success to build confidence. And either they're going to keep throwing him out there and put him in situations that doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. I think build some confidence. Start having a clean inning, which builds confidence. That breeds success. Success breeds confidence. They work hand in hand because just like in New York the other day, it's not he didn't get hit hard. It was like balls were in the right spot. You got to credit hitters putting balls in play, too. They're not sitting taking pitches and not swinging and missing pitches. Because some of the balls they weren't necessarily down the middle. They were on the corners and stuff like that. They, like the polar bear hit, the one he hit, it was almost a one-handed swing almost out there he lunged at, but he hit it off the barrel. And, when it goes, you got a guy doing that. I mean, sometimes you tip your hat to things, because he's not out there trying to fail. It's just not going his way now. And, it can kind of get in your head a little bit mentally, and you just got to try to stay mentally tough because he's done it before. He's had success to the highest thing in the big leagues, being a closer on a high-stress job. He's had the great success. Now he's got to find that confidence again because you're human, and when you start failing, it can kind of keep you honest a little bit, and you got to go do a self-check and a recheck, a reload, and go back to the basics. You know what I mean? So
that's what I do every Sunday when we have you on. I get all worked up, and then Sunday you calm me down, Tommy. So now I got to recharge my batteries.
Well, I hope so. I want you to stay around longer, Billy.
All right, Tommy. Let's Phillies tonight, national television, big game. Like to see Aaron Nola turn it around and get a big win tonight. That would make us happy. Yeah. Hopefully,
have a solid outing. Command what he does. And put forth a solid outing, keep his team right there, give him a chance to win because they got some confidence going from yesterday a little bit. And got a little feel good. The win always makes you feel good and breeds a little bit of that confidence again. So,
all right, Tommy Greene. As always, we appreciate you. We thank you for your insight and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Oh, you got it, pal.
There he is, Tommy Greene on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline.